Hi everybody, I'm Julia
I'm Yolanda.
and we are here today for Discover Winter Crafts. We are very excited. We have a lot today. We have 3 crafts and a couple of short videos, and we're going to get started with a winter tree.
Okay, so we are going to start with our tree ornament. It's going to end up something like this. Now you can see in here, there are buttons on here. We are actually going to use pom-poms. And you should find 5 in your bag for this. You should also find a whole pipe cleaner and a half pipe cleaner. A star, here we go. Well, maybe I can't get it up off the table, but a star for the top of your tree, and your popsicle sticks, and also ties. Also, probably in yours, you're probably going to get another pipe cleaner, but you might also have, some of the bags may have these, and we're going to use that possibly up here. Okay, so this is our tree, and for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using hot glue. You guys, however, are welcome to use school glue. And on some parts of mine, I did. But in order to show you how to piece it together, I'm going to go quickly, and hot glue helps me do that. But just remember, there are going to be pieces in here. When we put it together, you're going to set it aside, let it dry, then come back. So, we're going to get our 3 popsicle sticks, and I'm going to do my red and green over each other. Now, just remember, you're just going to be making a triangle. So here we go. And with that, you want a kind of a wide base, about as wide as you're going to have your popsicle stick be. And dab the glue on, and then pop it right on there. There you go. You're going to have something like that. All right. The next thing you're going to do, you can see it's already dry. So you're going to take your popsicle stick, and you don't have to secure it the way I'm doing it, but you're probably going to need to twist it around at least a little bit like that. If you find that it's easier for you to just ring it around one edge and just pin it down on the popsicle stick, that's fine too. And so I'm just going to kind of go in a zigzag pattern, and there you go. And once you have that, however you choose to have it is fine. You might do that. I don't know how that looks from there. Or the other thing you can do is just tie it to itself. Wrap it around like that, so that you have kind of a zigzag in the middle. And it kind of completes your tree and looks a little more decorative. So after you do that, then I'm going to go ahead and place at the top. Now here's the thing. Some people may not want the star at the top. They might just want to use it as an ornament. That is perfectly okay. You can do whatever you like. This is your tree, and you can decorate it however you like. So then I'm just going to put my 5 pom-poms on here to make it look more Christmassy. And again, remember, especially when you do this with the school glue, it might take a little bit more glue because it's like fabric to fabric. So you're going to have to let it sit a minute. And I'm just kind of going in an opposite kind of a pattern. You can see. Makes it look cute, I think. There's that. Now we need to put one more. I'm just going to stick it on kind of at the bottom. So there you go. You can actually glue it to something in the middle. I didn't this time. I did on my other one. And it looks really cute. So I'm going to lay that down and let all of my little glue bits dry. So then you should find in there a little construction brown square of construction paper. And I'm going to embellish my little paper a little bit and make it look more like a stump for a tree trunk. And I just did that by drawing lines on it. Again, you don't have to if you don't like that. I like that. So depending on how you think of it, I'm going to put this one on the back. I put that other one on the front, and it's okay, but I want to see how this will look. Put it up. Yeah, I like this better. I like it better on the back, I think. Looks like an actual tree. So there's that. And then the last thing we're going to do to complete our ornament, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to twist it together at the bottom, making a little circle at the top. And I'm going to put a dab of glue at the top. And again, this will require that you have waited for all of these bits to dry so they don't just fall off. Because it's fabric, it's going to take a little longer to dry with the school glue. So after you come back to it, put your glue on there, and then this probably shouldn't take too long because it's plastic to wood. So there's your little tree ornament. So, and that's ready to be hung on your trees. All right.
So while your trees are drying, we're going to take this brief look at a little bit more about snow, and then we're going to come back and make a poinsettia craft.
Snow. Snowflakes are mostly frozen water, but sometimes they form around very small pieces of dust. How they look depends on how cold it is and how much water vapor is in the air.
Hi everyone. So the craft that we're going to work on together is a poinsettia. They are often used, as you've seen, in Christmas or winter kinds of holiday decorations. So you should have in your bag a ring of 5 TP roll, or a roll that's been cut up into 5 pieces, and some sequins. You're going to need some red paint, some tape, and then some glue, and a paper plate. Actually, the first thing you want to do is unwrap your pipe cleaner and set that to the side. And you should have your cardboard pieces. Pinch the ends, because that's going to make your poinsettia look a little bit more crisp. Just like so. Now, you want to be able to get this shape, right? You can use glue, but it takes a long time. So I went with the tape method. So you're just going to want to take 2, hold them like they're bunny ears, and just put the tape right there. Okay? And you can do it on both sides. It's fine. It'll probably be better, actually. So, again, so it'll make that shape. Now you have your 2 bunny ears, and you just put a 3rd one on, making a mutant bunny. And you put on both sides. And then you just keep going around. So we have our 3, we had our 4th one. Okay. And then this one, you'll probably have to pinch a little bit just to make sure that it fits exactly. But it should be okay. It's easier to put it down to do it, as you probably noticed. Alright, so we have our 5 pieces. Now it's really easy when you're doing this to maybe put the tape in the wrong place. That's okay. You can just fix it by trying to pull it a little bit more towards the end. So let me give you an example. Say when you did it, you taped maybe here, instead of at the ends. You just use more tape, and you might have to use scissors. You can even just pull it off. So don't feel shy about that. The paint will cover it. So it's an easy fix. So now you have your flower, but now we need to make it look like a poinsettia. So what I did is I just took a blob of red paint, and if you're doing this with other people, this is nice because you can share. So you don't all have to use all that paint. And you just spread it like that. And I don't want to get anything on this nice tablecloth. So let's see. Oh yes. My water is going to magically appear. Yes, okay. So we'll just put it in there. And really, to get what I did, all you have to do is you just hold it and keep holding it, and you just make sure to press it on all the different sides so you get it nice on each one of your petals. Okay? You don't even have to use the brush to apply it. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can use the brush to add like little designs if you want, Like you could do a stripe, but you could also do dots, anything really. And it will add a little bit more color than the one that I had. So this one's going to get a stripe. I think it does add something, but you don't have to do that. Okay. And then you just set it down. So I have these sequins, and when I first did the craft, I really did just sprinkle my sequins on, and I liked it. It made this kind of random pattern. Careful when you pick it up. But I will tell you that those sequins kind of fell off after I did it. So I liked it because it put the sequins where I didn't expect it. So it's not a bad idea. But I would still suggest using that more as an idea and going back with your school glue and maybe putting it in a few spots that you really think they need to be or want them to be. Just be careful, if you're not waiting till this dries, of getting the paint on your fingers. So you can set it to the side, let it dry, and come back and add your sequins. However you want to do that. But I personally want to show you all and get some color in there. Okay. Alright. So this is my easy poinsettia. And if you do want to hang it as an ornament somewhere, you can just use this pipe cleaner as kind of a way to, you can put it on a tree, or if you want to put it on a, like a wreath or anything like that, you do it just like that.
Poinsettias. So what exactly are poinsettias? So they're flowers that we generally see in winter decorations. They actually came from Mexico and Central America. They grow in narrow valleys called ravines. They can be red. Most of the time we see them as red. But they can also be white, pink, striped, a variety of colors.
All right, folks, now don't forget with your poinsettias, after it's been a few days, you may need to put more glue on them to make sure the sequins stay. We are also going to finish up with a wonderful card to give to your friends or family.
Okay, so we are back, and we're now going to do a craft that you can actually give to someone of your choosing. You should find in there a craft with 5 lines on it. They're not all going to look the exact same. They're all done differently so everybody can make a different card. Now here's the thing. We gave you also 5 buttons. And if you'll look on the back of those, they have little pieces of paper that cover up adhesive spots. I will say to you, they have not been the greatest, so you might need to have your school glue handy as well for this. I had to do that with the others, but let's just try it. And these are meant to be ornaments on a tree. The thing I'm also going to do is put a little, like a bow at the top, 2 circles or 2 ovals together, and make it look like that. So I'm going to put all my colors where I want them to go first. And it looks like it's going to stick great on this paper, so that's awesome. You won't have to use, that one you do. Again, I'm going to use a little hot glue to make it go quickly. But if you had to use the school glue, remember just to take your time and let it dry before you keep going and add things or pick up your card. See, it's turning out. It's coming to life, our little card. All right. And I'm gonna do that. And if you'll notice, I'll show you this. I'm not putting the button right up against the line, and that's just so I can put the little tie. So give yourself a little space. Okay, I'm gonna put my red one on there, right like that, and do the same. And there it is. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. It is an empty card. You can put whatever you like in there. On the outside, I'm going to do this little thing where I just say, Merry Christmas. Now, if you want to say something else, like Happy Holidays, that is great. But I'm going to do that on my outside. You don't have to. Inside, another thing you can do in the inside, I thought about, is if you have a picture of yourself that's kind of festive, you might want to put it in here, glue it in there. Or you could find like cartoon letters or something and glue what you want to say in here, or write it yourself. So for my inside, I am going to choose a thicker marker, and I'm going to say, may your days be merry and bright. Wonder if you know where that comes from. Yes, it is a holiday song. All right. And that's what I'm going to do. And I will decide who I'm going to give it to. So that's our Christmas card. All right. Hope you guys have fun making these. And remember, if you have to use the school glue, just remember to set it aside and let it finish drying. All right. So everybody, I hope you have a great holiday season, and we are just going to wish you Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa, all of them together. And hope that you guys actually get to spend time with your family, and we will see you at the library.
Bye, everybody.